Hey guys, looks like we're live. This was very short notice. Let me see. I'm doing this from my phone. I've been doing this from the laptop, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to see comments here. Um, I see a few people are jumping in. Oh, just muted myself. Okay, so check the guests. All right, I'm assuming you guys can hear me. If you guys have my Facebook Messenger and you cannot hear me, just shoot me a message to let me know. I think, John, if you're on, if you could let me know that, that'd be great. Trying something different here. I have the AirPods on. I'm using my iPhone instead of sitting at my desktop setup. But I wanted to show two paintings that are going to be coming to auction next week. Applying some lessons learned that I learned from Elvira Shakarova when we did our live. So I have these two cameras, these GVM lights, right? And Mr. John Rothrock educated me that 5,000 Kelvin is natural light. So I got these two babies set at 5,000. I got one on the right there, one right here, kind of a mess in the corner at a 45-degree angle, Elvira says, to avoid glare, right? So we have a natural light setup. And there's two, I still have my cold here, guys, so I apologize if I am sniffling. But these two paintings are original paintings from the Alpha set. So I'm going to try to give you a nice little preview here as best as can be done with an iPhone. This first one is the self-same simulacrum. I call it simulacrum, but I've been corrected on that a few times, so I think it's simulacrum. And this is a gorgeous painting by Elvira, and it's fairly large. I'm not sure if you can get a feel of it. Let's put a Sorcery sample pack next to it for some scale. All right, so I'm not touching it to the image. I'm trying to be careful here, but there you can get a sense. We can put a sample card by it. So it's a fairly large, substantial painting. Okay, yeah, I'm getting your messages coming through. If someone could comment, it says, let's go, thanks, showing, love it. All right, so it's showing, hopefully the audio is okay. It just says Facebook user, so I can't see who's talking. If you come in through YouTube, I'll be able to see who it is. But anyway, this is a self-same simulacrum. It's an elite rarity. It's an artwork by Elvira Shakarova. And I did a live with Elvira last weekend. You guys can go check that out. If you go to the Collector Arthouse YouTube page and click on the live tab, you'll see that. We talked for what, an hour and a half, 2 hours almost maybe. And Elvira was great. She talked about all of her paintings from Alpha, gave us a lot of context and history. And she talked about this one, right? And she said that originally when she did this piece, she had one of her friends pose for the artwork, right? And her process is she usually does a couple of sketches. I think she said like she'll sketch 2 or 3 kind of concept ideas, and then she'll run that by Eric, and they will agree on the final concept, and then she'll dive into the painting, right? So she initially used her friend from the gym, I think it was. She actually sent me those pictures. It's kind of funny. So her friend was like posing, and I'm reading the comments here about the 5,000 Kelvin. Yeah, so the lighting looks pretty good. I think it's coming around pretty strong. I'll get to that next painting in a moment. But her friend had posed for this image, and he was in a very different posture. And she did the sketch. She sent it to Eric. And then as fate would have it, the next day, Magic released a card that looked like it had a very, very similar illustration concept. So they had to scrap that. She did a couple other sketches, I guess, or maybe they went to like her plan B. And this is it. This is basically like the Vesuvian doppelganger equivalent in Sorcery, like you had in Magic the Gathering. So it copies another allied minion, if I remember correctly. Again, it's an elite rarity, so it's the second highest rarity in the game. And it's a very scalable card because this will work obviously in future sets as well. It's basically a clone card. It clones another minion and has a super powerful effect naturally in TCG. So it's highly playable as an elite. You can carry 2 copies in your deck, and it's just a very powerful card. I think one of the guys, the game players, told me they would also copy the effects that are like any kind of bonus effects that are on that minion. It would mirror or clone those as well. So it's really a game-changing card in the game. So really cool that Eric did this justice and gave it the elite treatment. But if I zoom in here, you can see just kind of like what Elvira is known for is her great intricacy. She does this like gilding type effect, and we saw that in the reveal of the Arthurian Legends piece, Sir Thomas. Now, this is not gilded in the same way, but I just wanted to draw attention to the beautiful detail that she put in here on the border and how consistent and precise it is all the way around. So if I go to the top, it has this beautiful like arch all the way around, right? So this is a very intricate, gorgeous piece. And then to do the mirrored effect of the two ladies here kind of cloned against each other, there's great detail in kind of their gear or the clothing that they're wearing. You know, you can see the intricacies throughout the piece, kind of the nice lighting effects, just the detail throughout, you know, everywhere. And in the background of the door that they're standing in front of, you kind of see how much is going on there. And I'm probably blocking some of the light, so you might not be getting the true effect, but it looks just really great in person, really refined. It's a great size too. You know, this is a pretty substantial, large piece. One thing I wanted to point out is that in shipping, there was this little crease on the border as if it got slightly bent. But fortunately, it looks like that did not carry through to the painting illustration itself. This is one of the unfortunate things that could happen in shipping, right? And there's another one down here. There's like a little crease, right? And fortunately, it looks like the primary painting part is unscathed. So it's in great condition. You know, that's going to frame beautifully, and that kind of goes away. You might put a different colored border on that anyway. That's what people typically do. But it's a colorful, gorgeous, intricate piece, as we come to expect from Elvira. Just gorgeous work. And that's going to frame up really nice. So that's going to come to auction. What I'm going to do is I have two paintings that came this week, and we're going to run one of them Friday night and then another one Saturday night. And yeah, so don't worry about the damage, guys. You know, the little creasing we have on the border, that's not going to get worse. When I package these for shipment, you can ask anybody that has purchased from me. I go through extreme, exorbitant lengths to make sure that these are packaged properly. So this could never happen on my watch. So I sandwich them between foam board. I use acid-free sheets and bags, like an acid-free bag. So you get the acid-free sheet on the face to protect the face of it. So I got to come in fingernails there. And put them in that bag, right? And then I sandwich them between like a thick foam board. So it can't bend, it can't be pierced. It's very well preserved. I actually use craft paper after that and wrap it so it's completely weatherproof and everything. So you'll get a very nice shape, pretty foolproof. All right, so let's go on to let's see, let me check the questions really quick and I'll just focus that on there while I'm catching up. Cold making my man sound like a movie narrator. Yeah, man, I've had this cold like most of this week. It's tough. So my voice might sound a little deeper, a little off. I hope you hear about the other paintings coming too. Yeah, so I'm revealing the two that'll be coming next weekend. So we'll see the other one in a moment. And then there's two others that'll be coming probably in time to run the weekend after. So we'll do a Friday, Saturday next weekend, and then Friday, Saturday the weekend after. It's been a lot of fun. It creates a lot of excitement around the game and great opportunity for people to own some of the few originals, you know, as they're cycling through. So Archie alone says, so vibrant. Love the gold and blue together. Yeah, that is a real nice touch. Gold against blue is really good. Take a look at that. It contrasts and complements very nicely. I like how the sheath of the swords are like a deeper blue too. That's really, really nice. Very symmetric, beautiful piece. Again, it reminds me of the Vesuvian doppelganger, and it has that effect in the game, you know, so that's natural. And it has Elvira's signature pattern effect around the border is always really great. Let's see, looks amazing. These pieces look fantastic, beautiful. Yep. I know Elvira had some sketches for this piece. Will those be included? No, I do not have the sketches for these. Some of the sketches, she, unfortunately, very early on, she threw those out. I guess, you know, this is her first major TCG commission, so she didn't retain all those lessons learned there. She's definitely going to be retaining those for the future. So some she had, some she didn't. but I only have the painting here, which is most important, you know. All right, so that is the self-same simulacrum. And then, let's see. Well, guys, let me know if this works in landscape mode. It looks okay from my view. Yeah, so this is super interesting, guys. This is the remote desert. It's like one of the Atlas equivalent of an MTG land. So it's a very substantial card. You know, you can imagine, you know, people get upset when you compare to Magic and project that this game's going to be MTG 2.0. You know, I'm not necessarily saying that. I'm saying it works mechanically in the game in a similar way. So you can imagine if you had the original Swamp from Alpha, or you know, one of the other land cards. This is it, right? So this is for one of the elementals or elements. This is one of those basic land cards. So it's an ordinary rarity. It's not going to be a hard card to pull, but it's an absolutely core pivotal card in the game. So it's very, very substantial. And it's done by artist Rafaela Ketch is her real name. She goes by Aranja Art. And she's done some live streams on different platforms, I think like Twitch and YouTube and things like that. I actually piped into a few of those many months ago, and I was like, hey, how'd you get that name Aranja Art? You know, why don't you use your real name? Why do you use that pseudonym? And she was like, that was like her gaming alias, I guess. So it just kind of stuck, you know, so that's how she, let me see. Yeah, so there's her little signature there. Initials. And Elvira's was down here as well. Let me just show that while we're on that topic. And if I gently look at the back of the piece here, yeah, she didn't mark anything on the back. That's kind of interesting. And this, look, take a look at this though, guys. I'm trying to do it with my phone, right? This is a mounted canvas. So this does not even need to be framed. You can just go ahead, put an old nail in the wall or whatever you do, and you know, like a wire hanger, however you want to do it, but that's ready to go. That could just be thrown right up on the wall and displayed. But yeah, she's a great landscape artist. You know, there's a lot of depth and detail here with the brush in the front and then like the tree. You could, what's really nice about this is you kind of like see the brush strokes. So it's got that real authentic vibe, right? This is the beauty of traditional painting. And yeah, you even see some like imperfections up top, which makes it feel real, right? But on the face of it, you know, when you have this displayed, that is a gorgeous piece. It looks like you're in the, I don't know, Arizona desert, Middle Eastern desert, because you got some pyramid type structures in the back here, beautiful sunrise. This is really beautiful. And it's super cool that it's like one of the basic lands in the game. And now take a look at this. So what we'll do, we will run the, so I think what I'll do is I'll run this one first, Friday night, the self-same simulacrum, and not this coming weekend is what we'll do it, this coming Friday, whatever the date is there. And then we'll run that 8 p.m. Friday till 8 p.m. Saturday. And then at 8 p.m. Saturday, we'll kick this one off. And then I think what I'll do at 8 p.m. Sunday night is offer a matching sample card. How cool is that? So I do have a copy of the Remote Desert. And like I was saying, excuse the glare in my forehead coming through on the reflection. See that it says Aranja Art above the right side of the text box? Excuse me. That is a sample card, guys. That's a very rare card. It's an ordinary rarity, but all these sample cards are rare. So I will offer that Sunday night, and maybe whoever wins the auction on this piece will be interested in that. And it'll be really cool to have the original and the sample. All right. I went on mute there, so you didn't have to hear me cough. All right, so we got a question. The simulacrum was a pledge painting. Does it come with a certificate from Sorcery? I'll have to check if that was included, if there's interest in that. Yeah, there was, I think with the collector tier, it's not like a certificate of authenticity. It was just kind of like a printed 8x10. I don't know if it was even that large, but it was just kind of like a little message from the company that said, thank you for your pledge support or something to that effect. I have seen those. So yeah, I could look into that. Um, it's kind of funny. I got this box here. There's some donation clothes in the corner, but it came in this massive box. This guy actually did a sensational job of really packing this up nice. So it was nice and padded. There was no damage on this piece at all in the shipping. Same here. I think this got slightly creased, like I say, on the borders right there, just off in the margin and right here. And I'll take a bunch of pictures of this for you guys. But that happened, I think, when it went from wherever it came from, New Zealand, to the backer at the collector tier. So yeah, these are both from the collector tier. They're authentic originals from the artist, signed by the artist, and beautiful pieces. And then before we close, so tonight we have a very special auction. This art pack is going on the auction block at 8 p.m. tonight, 24-hour auction, and it'll close 8 p.m. tomorrow, Sunday. And then I showed a picture of this. The lighting's tough, right? First edition test. See that? So that's how you know it is a sample pack. Now, when you get the alpha pack, it's going to have the same artwork, I believe, but obviously it's not going to say test on the back. And I'm not sure what it'll say. I don't know if we've seen the back of a actual alpha pack. Hey, look at that. Nice. There's the lighting. First edition test. So these art packs, there's very few of these guys out in the public. So I was just thinking to myself, I received one of these packs. This is not the one I received. This is from somebody else in the community that's decided to offer this for sale. I'm going to be keeping mine, but what I plan to do is keep this one, my copy of it, and then try to get the silver packs with the void stickers on there. There's some talk in the Discord whether there are multiple void stickers of different colors or if it's just one holographic. But people like to collect a pack of everything that was ever released for the game, and that's what I'm going to go for personally. So I have one of these. I'm going to do the silver pack or packs that are sample packs that'll come out after Kickstarter fulfillment, and then each one that's released thereafter. Hopefully this game's around for many, many years. So I'll hang out for a minute if there's any additional questions that people might have about either of these pieces. Again, this is the Remote Desert from Rafaela Ketch. Goes by Aranja Art. The Remote Desert. So that's one of the, you guys probably can't see because of the glare, but it says, Genesis, you may have this desert deal 1 damage to a nearby target. So that is the effect on the sample card. Yeah, someone's asking about the sizes. Good question. I will have to measure. I've not done that yet. This landscape one is rectangular, longer left to right, of course, than top to bottom. So it really displays very nicely. So I need to measure that. I don't want to take a guess at it, but the Elvira's, I can get that pretty easily too. Another story on Simulacrum. When she was first commissioned for Sorcery, and she talked about, let me go back to Vertical. She talked about this in our live event last week. And she said that Eric commissioned her in batches of 5. So the first 5 cards that she asked for were the 4 mix cards, or that he asked for from her, were the 4 mix cards that that she's done. Those are like really iconic, and people are coining those 4 of the 9 in the alchemy 9, so to speak. And then the 5th, or in that first batch of 5, was this piece. So this is the first of the non-mixed illustrations that she had done. So it's kind of cool. This is like one of the very first illustrations from Sorcery that it has that provenance. It's a nice little story. And I got a very significant card. It ended up landing as an elite rarity for Alpha. And it's got a very powerful effect. And it's an absolutely gorgeous painting. A lot of detail. She just keeps adding more and more, even in the braids in the hair, the background of the door. Just kind of like the ornate intricacies you could see on the handles of these like daggers that they're holding. And then again on the swords and the sheath of the sword, there's a pattern in that. Kind of on their clothing here and their boots. and then her signature border that is very unique to her own style. Very beautiful, very detailed. All right, so this one will be coming next Friday night, and then we'll do the land remote desert next Saturday night. All right, so if you guys have any questions, just hit me up at any time. I will be making announcements about these throughout the week in the Discord and the Facebook group, and taking some pictures here while I got these set up. So look out for the sample pack tonight. That'll be a fun one. I think there's be a lot of interest in that. I only know of the 2 copies left, this one and then the one I have in my personal collection. Certainly some company insiders like Eric and others may have some, but the ones that we have seen released to the public have been opened on camera in a couple videos that surfaced recently. So there's not many left sealed. But what I'm going to do is offer to the winner, if you want to receive this sealed, great, I'll send it to you sealed. If you want me to open it live on stream, or if you'd like to join me live on stream for an opening, we could do that. That'd be a lot of fun for us and for the community, but certainly it's up to the winner, just something I thought I'd throw out there for people to think about. All right, guys. Well, thank you again for the advice on the lighting. And yeah, we'll look forward to this next weekend. Should be a lot of fun. Let me know if you have any questions throughout the week. Take care, everybody. See ya.